Welcome back, whippersnappers. This is Gramps. We are in Shapez 2 version 1.0. We've worked our way through the milestones, and we are now working on building a M.A.M. And last episode, we got things set up to do 2 layers and get it pretty good. But there's a few changes that I want to make. And this is the second time I'm recording this episode, by the way. Yes, I recorded it, and then it, long story, it just didn't work. All right, so it didn't work because of technical issues, not because of game issues. So one of the things I want to do is I'm going to copy, this is our little trash can module, and this is our little cut and rotate module that we've got for the M.A.M. And I'm going to take this, flip it, and do that. And put it there, 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 and there. So that way, when this gets worked into this system, we will have some, this will help the system clear itself out. I did let it run for a while, and it was going through these different shapes. In about 8 minutes, it was doing a switch over every 8 minutes. So that was good. So this is still chugging along. I'm going to let it keep buzzing because we're going to go and do something else in the meantime. One of the things I want to do is collect these different shapes. Excellent. We're headed up. We're almost at 500,000, which is what we need for our next upgrade to 9. And we should be able to get there. One of the other things I wanted to mention is to, if you have not yet, please like and subscribe. And come on over. Join the fun at Gramps Mania. Let's see. You know what? I know that at one point I did see there was some issues here. Let's see. All right, let's get down there. Okay. Let's go in and this is one of the problems. It's hard to sometimes zoom in. All right. We have we don't want to hide there. Okay. So these are coming in, but I think it was at one of these did not have, I guess I must have fixed it. No, right there. That's where we're missing. Yeah, so that was missing that. And I think is the same thing here. Yep. Okay, there we go. All right, so I made a couple of fixes, and then of course that all got lost. So you saw me cut off the track access here. One of the things I really realized I need to do is I need to make a depot. So we're going to need a color depot and a shape depot. And so let's get started on that. And let's go ahead and get that rocking. So our color depot is going to be this. We need unloaders. We need loaders for color. And I'm going to come up here. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Down here. All right, so these guys are simply just 3, right? Because that's all we've got is 3 different colors. And we just need to make sure these are loaded, and I want them loaded in RGB. And this doesn't matter so much. Like, one of the things, too, that I wanted to mention is that I have saved blueprints for all of this stuff. So this is our color mixer. That's saved as a blueprint that you have free access to. And if you use that on your build, well, it doesn't matter if it is red, green, blue. As long as it's just the three colors. And go up and in. All right. So what I'm doing here now is I'm leaving some space, because what I might want to do is copy this and have a train here and here and here, a couple of different ones. All right. Now what I want to do is do an unloader, and there's going to be one there, oops, one there, one there. Okay, and just to keep it all aligned, let's do that. Okay, then we've got that, and then we're going to do this, that, and that. Okay, so, and then let's do 2 tracks in front of each for spacing. Okay, perfect. So red, green, blue. I think that I can have these guys run in. Yeah, I can have them run into the blue. So let's do that. Right there. Okay, so that's going to deliver to the blue side of things, which is great. And you know what I can do too is this. Just all I'm trying to do is I just want to unload all of these trains. So I'm going to, once these guys get past here, I'm going to cut off this track, because then I'm going to have separate trains for each of these. And that will make me happy. There we go, cut off. Alright, so for the time being, I'm going to take this and do that, and put a spacer station in. And that. Okay, perfect. Now I'm going to take these guys. Oops. Alright, it's not going to work with these ones. Come on. And go down. And then back in. And let's get rid of that, because then we're going to do the same. Arg. And go to the bottom. All right, so that should, yes, red, green, blue. That is going to unload all of these trains. And we're just going to send you back. Okay. Now, what I need to do is change these guys. I'm just going to change these to single car trains. I did not want to do that. I've done it. Alright. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Alright. Hey, that got one of the shapes done. Yay. Like I said, we're looking at roughly 8 minutes in between these guys. So the reason I want to make a depot is because that way, as I'm building this and fine-tuning it and getting it all dialed in, then I just want to be able to move things and not worry that it's going to take forever for these trains to get back into the station. Which right now, it's going to take forever for the trains to get back into the station. Is this really loading up? My goodness, it is. Alright, so same thing with these guys. I want to cut them off once they are all past the last station, which is here. And, yep, there's those. I need to make sure these guys don't come back. I could do that by just cutting this off. Now those ones won't come back. I'm waiting for these slackers to get up here. And then, of course, what I'll do is I'm going to, double, triple, quadruple, quintuple this up. And really get it going. I can connect that. That's fine. I just want these all on the same track. All right, there we go. Those guys are cut off. And then as soon as these two get past here, we'll cut them off. Okay, so right now I can see that all the trains, all the fluid trains have delivered to the station. So now I'm going to go and destroy them all right here. And I'm just going to cut it off right there. Yes. All right. So now what I need to do, actually, I think I'm going to get rid of all of you because it's just going to be picking up from this one station. So what I need to do is just have this one run directly into the blue layer, whichever that is. So red, green, blue, that's the top layer. Now I can come in here and change all this back to not having these guys. There we go. All right, so blue is going to deliver in on the top. So let's go back here. It's blue. And we'll line it up here. Make this turn. And then go up 2. And run right in. Okay, yay. So now we can get blue trains going. And of course it doesn't matter that they are not actually blue. In fact, we can even bulk it up to 3 of them. Red, green, blue. So red is going to deliver in on the lowest layer. Which is here on 0. This guy is going to come in a different place. Alright. So now we'll get this one going. And yes, let's set up stops. Alright, so this guy is going to be green. He's going to come in on level 1, which is in the middle. Perfect. Now, if we need to, we can add more trains to any of these. They can be a different color. So we can have a different color train delivering into that same station. Alright, so now we're going to do the same thing with shapes. So same thing, what I want to do is just sort of drain these trains and get it all set up for our final trains. Okay, so I have a depot building up here, and I'm just loading all the shapes in off of these shapes trains, and then I'm going to kind of destroy all this. But what I want to do is get this moved and let it start repopulating. That way I can clear out all of the junk that I've got here. So we're going to need to have this is going to come into here, and then this is going to end up being a 3 by 2 space. So yeah, I'm just going to cut all of that out of here. And we'll wait for it to catch up. So I just need to basically, I think, just move this down by 1. And then what I want to do, because I've left room for the pins. So I'm going to extend this track like so. Okay, and that should work. That should be enough room. So let's go and enable these for boom and boom. Get those going in. That's going to gobble up some of these shapes here. Then we'll be set. And then I'll not be, again, precious about saving these shapes. It doesn't matter. In the long run, we can just delete things. But, that's just the wastefulness of it all. But same thing as the fluid. I need to make these all trains that are just picking up at 1 there. And running them on it. Okay, so back here. Let's look at what we need to do to get this integrated into the system. So first I'm going to select this and this. I'm going to cut them. And I'm just going to paste them over here, just for space. Then I'm going to take this guy, cut it, and paste it in here. Now, for the trash can to work, it needs to know the shape. The information that's currently feeding down here is just the quarter that we're looking at. We need to know not the quarter. I'll fix there. But we need it painted if there is paint, and also need it rotated into the correct orientation. And that's the information we're going to feed down here. Now what I want to do, just because I know I'm going to need it, is let's just copy this down to there, because we're going to need this information on the on what we change this to be. All right, so let's do this. This is actually pretty easy. We need to come in here to the painter and rotate there. Boom, boom. All right, so this one is the top right corner, which is perfect. That's what that is. This one is the next one down, so we're going to give that a rotate clockwise. This one is double rotate. Then this one, we need to move back here. And we're going to give it a rotate counterclockwise. Yep, top left. Excellent. So let's get these wires over here. This one is going to connect into that. And as long as the shape that comes along here matches this, then it's going to continue on through. Otherwise, it's going to go into the trash. Then these guys are all going to be split up like so. This is the bottom one. So we're going to bring that all the way down there. This one is the next one, which is right here. And yes, that one is null. This one is going to be right here. Yay! So that all works. And are we getting shapes in here yet? We are just now. But we're not. Why are we not? Oh my goodness. What did I do wrong? Oh, I know what I did. For right now, we need a spacer. There we go. Alright. That will start to work. I'm going to also pull this guy out. You know what? This one I can just delete, because I'm just literally going to copy this from here up to here. So now we've got this guy, and we still need to do all this functionality, right? We need to say, hey, if you do have a match that you need to be stacked up with, then do this. Otherwise, do that. And what I did... Alright, let's get a... let's get our platform. That's what we want. And a couple of things. First of all, let's just delete that. That's not needed right now. But also this, because I want to use our newer, prettier intersection for all of these. And what I want to do too is take this information, because yeah, I'm going to take this information up here, and then I'm going to do the same thing right here, because that's what we're doing for both of these. We're saying, hey, if you're null, then we need to know that. Anyway. Alright. So yeah, I will confirm that. I think this one can be null versus 1 or 0. Alright. So I want to... Let's go to our blueprints. And our M.A.M blueprints are 1 to 2 splitter. We're going to use this baby right here. And level it up. Much prettier. And yeah, we want to take all of this. And I'm just going to copy it as opposed to cutting it. That's just for now. And plunk it on there. Alright. Now I also have a prettier one of these. And that is my 3-to-1 combiner. Yeah, but see, that's not lined up well. So that's okay. I'm going to take all of this and this, and I'm going to cut it. We want it lined up to there. Let's try it right there. And get our combiner. Yeah, that works. Alright, then this one needs a little bit of lovin'. There and there. This is not correct. What is going on there? Ah, okay. I know what it is. Yeah, this does not need to be like this. That. Yeah, alright. This is jumping for speed on these ones. That's good. So yeah, I need to take this chunk, drop it down to line it up, and that. And then let's take this and do some speed jumps. Perfect. All right. So this is all lined up. Oh, one more here and here. Okay. Oh, and let's get these going. Okay, there we go. And that. All right, perfect. So, yeah, these M.A.M blueprints require a little bit more fiddling about, so I think that's okay. You let me know what you think. Hey, I know what I did ask this in the original recording of this episode, and that is, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to, after I'm done with this M.A.M, I'm saying, you know, once it's at 4 layers and rocking, do you want me to do a crystal M.A.M here, or do you want me to just jump ahead to manufacturing mode and go and do that manufacturing mode thing? I'm happy either way. My goodness. A little lag there. So let me know. Let me know what you think. I'm going to come down here. And then that is going to connect in to here. So instead of doing all this calculation down on the second one, we're just going to do it on the first one. And send that number down. Alright, so we also, of course, need to bring this signal down here. Right in there. Oh, and then that needs to connect to all those. Connected all there, connected all there. All right, this is looking pretty good to me. So I'm going to cut it and then paste it below itself. And then on the second one, I'm just going to get rid of this. This and this and this. And that just connects in there. All right. I think that's working. So this guy, gonna cut, plonk it on in there. And then this should, yeah, these should be off. And so it's gonna send them in here. These ones are on, so it's gonna have them pass it. Now we're getting to this. Now here, I also made some tweaks. I'm gonna cut you off. And I'm gonna cut you off. And the tweaks that I made here were this. I took all this because I also want to have a trash can right before it goes into this system, if it's going to go into this system. And we have a trash can right here, right from the top and from the bottom. This is where we make our 2-layer shape. So we have trash cans right before it. After it doesn't matter because it'll just run into the vortex. And this was another tweak that I made. So I had it going into the center of the vortex. Much better. Much better. It takes a millisecond longer, but that's okay. All right. So here's what I did here. And this was a little tricky. But got rid of this. And I took all this. That. And this. And cut. And I brought it out over here. Because that gives me room for the trash cans to be right here, right before it goes in to the system. And let's also replace these with our prettier counterparts. So yeah, let's just grab this one. Oh, I didn't want you to connect. Not yet. Okay. Yes. Good, good, good. So this is all back here. Let's get a little curve. You know, you can just sort of copy this stuff and flip it around. Like so. Perfect. There. All right. Trash time. So we have this one. Right before it goes in. And actually, we can do that, but I need to change this. There we go. And then same thing here. I can do it right there. All right. This signal is going to run to here, which is powered by all this. All right. So this is telling us 1 or 0, but what we need again is we need this to tell us the actual shape and color that should be allowed through here. But that is a different shape and color than this one, or than this one. It's actually an easier one. Alright, I'm going to take this guy, move it up here, because we need this to be that. And then I'm just going to take you. Not you. And plunk you down here. I need to probably pretty that up, but you know, not right now. Okay, excellent. So this is the full shape coming through, and we only want stuff to make it through here if it's the correct bit. This one, yeah, is going to be this right side. Okay, so let's do this. Let me grab you. And let's process it right here. This one, we're going to use our half destroyer. Perfect. This one also is going to use a half destroyer, but before we do that, we're going to do a double rotate. So does that, but then we need to double rotate it back. So yeah, that's perfect. So I'm going to bring this down here. And then up here, I'm going to go up 2. And bring it in and connect it. This one, we'll bring it all alongside. And here we're just going to come up 1 and sort of wind it around there. Then it needs to come over here, jump this, and connect into there. Yay! And the only thing left is this. That. I do there. And there. Down and down. This needs to connect. Like so. So yeah, this one is going to get sent up here. Alright, then this one, here's what we need to do too. Is I need to connect these two together. And I did it something like this. That jumps there. This one comes in. Yeah. And then this one comes and jumps over all those. And then just joins in here. And that is how we do that. Okay, let's see if this works. We can get rid of that. We can get rid of this and that. Then we want to take this and all and copy it all up. Then we need to connect things. Right there. Alright, yes, so I need to just take this. Wait, no, that is connected. That's good. Where are we? There, that's where we're disconnected. With that and with this. Okay. So, yes, this is going up. To match up with this. And this should make it, this will make it past the filter, past the trash. And these guys will also make it past the trash. And all we have up top, yeah, is this just this tiny little quarter circle for the top layer. Let's claim more shapes. We're getting so close. That's our bottom shape. You can see it right here. Boop. Yep. And then that's going to come up here. And because it's going to pass this filter, it's going to go into the system. No, I don't need a... Oh, I think I had that. I know why I had that. Let's just do it all the way down. All right. And it's going to match up with this, which is going to be perfect. See, there's this shape here too, which is the wrong orientation. So those are all going to get, there's going to be some bad shapes generated, but I could, you know what? I can clear that out now. Let this get loaded in. We don't have a ton of these. Now why? Here they come. This is looking good. This is looking good. And I know that next, what we're gonna see is we'll get two layers with color coming up here. So yeah, these are loading into tops. Do we have any final shapes yet? Look at that. I don't think so. That might be our first. Yep. That has got to be it. Come on. Excellent. So that is going to go, and it doesn't take a whole lot of these to work. Now, why is nothing coming in on this one? Is my question. Back here. It's not getting anything in here. And why are these guys all stopped? It might just be out of shapes. Oh, we're also, yeah, I need to turn on the color. Yeah, I think, no, we're not out of shapes. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, but the order of these shapes changed, and it shouldn't make any difference. All right, yeah, there we go. That's starting to feed. One, two. Get some colors headed in. All right, these guys are done. I'm going to wipe all this out and reset it in a new way. Again, now that I have this set up, I do want to keep this going with the what do we've got? Spikes, and then squares, and then windmills, and then circles, and then this will be pins. So we'll get that set up. I may just do that off camera. Let's see here. Let's go back to these original trains, and we can just cue them here. Boom. And boom. There we go. That is done. Excellent. So it's working. That's the main thing. And now, in fact, we can look. Let's go back over here. And you can see there's going to be so much stuff going off into trash cans now. All these shapes are going into trash. All these shapes are going into trash. All these are getting finished up. And once they're finished up, they're getting sent out. And they're going to go into the vortex, which essentially is trash. These guys, all these ones are going into the trash. These are going into the trash. See? So that's all good. All these ones that do not match up are going into trash. So, excellent. Now, and back here, these ones that we just created, trash. I need to save this as a replacement blueprint. And let's go on down to the M.A.M. Cut and rotate. Save. All right, so these are going to be all updated and available for free. The description has the link. So hop on over, check that out. And while you're doing that, I wouldn't mind a like and a subscribe if you have not. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and we're cruising. We're almost at 700. Not too shabby. So thank you so much for watching. Next episode, I hate calling this because every time I say, hey, next episode, we're gonna do this, and then I don't do that. Oh, this is missing wire. What is going on there? Oh, I need to copy this all up to there. All right. Yeah. I'm not worried about that this minute. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be... Yeah, I need to do that. All right. So next episode, we're going to get this finalized, and we will also, I will also see about building out levels 3 and 4. And again, in the comments, if what would you prefer? Would you prefer me to, after this, and after this is working, I'm trying, this will be all dialed in and working at 4 levels and full color and pins and all that stuff. Do you want me to build a crystal M.A.M, or do you want me to jump over to the manufacturing mode? Happy to do either, and or eventually both. Because if I do the crystal M.A.M, then I'm going to do that, and then I will do the manufacturer mode after that. Okay. All right. Thank you all so much for watching. This is Gramps, signing off.